Mastermind behind the slaying of two Dartmouth College professors may get a new sentence.
The former Vermont teenager's age at the time of the murders is the reason why his mandatory life term is being reconsidered. Adam Sullivan reports from the Grafton County Superior Court, where today a judge heard arguments for and against a new sentence.
Robert Tulloch pleaded guilty to first-degree murder after the brutal stabbing deaths of Hoff and Susanna Zantop back in 2001. The then 17-year-old was sentenced to life without the chance of parole. But that sentence is now up for debate.
State versus Robert Tulloch.
Robert Tulloch was not in court for Wednesday's hearing, but it's the very same courthouse where he admitted to the murders of Hoff and Susanna Zantop more than 2 decades earlier. The Dartmouth College professors were found stabbed to death in their Hanover, New Hampshire home. Tulloch was just 17 years old at that time. He was sentenced to life without parole.
Juveniles lack maturity and have an underdeveloped sense of responsibility. I think we all recognize that, but the science bears it out.
In 2012, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that mandatory life sentences are cruel and unusual punishment for offenders younger than 18. Because of that ruling, Tulloch was one of a handful of convicted murderers ordered to be resentenced. His lawyer argues that Tulloch's life sentence should include the possibility of parole.
They're simply not responsible in the same sense that an adult is.
Tulloch's accomplice in the murders, James Parker, pleaded guilty to second-degree murder after agreeing to testify against Tulloch. The state argues that Tulloch methodically planned the murders over several months, admitted his crime after being charged as an adult, and was sentenced to the max under the law.
Mr. Tulloch was certified by the juvenile court. That was transferred over to the Superior Court. That's an extra protection.
The state also says that the U.S. Supreme Court's ruling puts the responsibility of sentencing on each individual state.
If there's a change to be made, it's a change to be made in the legislature. It's not unconstitutional.
A resentencing hearing for Tulloch has not yet been set. Parker was paroled earlier this year after serving 23 years behind bars. Reporting from North Haverhill, New Hampshire, Adam Sullivan, Channel 3 News.